Okay, this is going to be a developer's video for the developers to give them some suggestions and some ideas that they could maybe implement into the video, into their game. If you're watching this and you're a player, feel free to like and subscribe and post comments below on suggestions that you think the developers could use. I'll get into it. There are some things I think I do see some issues like in the arena. One thing I don't understand is when you're in when you start, when you hit deploy and you start looking for a team, you're only giving the players 7 seconds to switch teams, and this is a military themed game, and I never heard of any military that has a 7 second countdown. At least give it 10 seconds. A 10 countdown is more militaristic than a 7. And plus too, a lot of people are using they're not using the most up to date phones, and the lag in the game. I mean, I'm lucky if I can switch a team in 3 seconds. By the time I hit the deploy and I actually loads the team, I got maybe 3 seconds to switch a team. Not 7 seconds. I have 3 seconds. So really, making it a 10 second a timer would be a big help to a lot of players. The other thing I noticed too now since the last update, when you are the teams you're matched up against. I mean, especially if you start off as soon as the arena starts, and you use all your energy and you maybe buy the $2 pack, you get high ranked, But at that point, once the big spenders get to playing, you get matched up with people. I mean, I'm only level 54. I'm getting matched up with most of the teams I'm matched up with are player 60, I understand that in this game that they don't have probably enough player base yet to have multiple servers. And the issue with that is you get someone like me. I've spent some money in the game early off. Well, now, you know, newer players that are big spenders are starting to play the game, and they're already outspending me what I invested early in the game. So it forces people to have to feel like they have to spend either more money just to be able to keep up. It's not really fair. And the free players, I mean, they got no chance against players that have been playing the game for 2 3 months and been spending huge amounts of money. And they just started into the game. So if the developers aren't able to make a second server because there's not enough player base, what you could do is you could put bots into the arena. And another issue I see is that I run across the same teams over and over and over, and it gets kind of like to the point where you're lucky if you can find one team you can beat. And I think if you put the bots in the arena, you could maybe switch up some strange team combinations and get people curious about playing against certain teams just to see if they can win or not. And make the game make the arena more fun, I think. And I know some of the spenders might be concerned. Well, you're gonna get low level players being able to rank up high. Well, what you could do when you go up against bot teams, you could make the reward points for the bots lower, so that you wouldn't get a high points and get ranked high. You know, at least then the lower spenders would have a chance of winning most of their arena matches, and they'd have fun in the process. They might not be able to rank up as high as getting against the really big teams. But I think you guys could figure out some way of balancing that. And the other thing too you have to remember is you guys, the object of the game is as far as business wise is to make money, you know. So if people can't win against teams that they're matched up against, they're not going to use their arena energy, spend their gold, and they're not going to buy those arena packs for all that arena energy because there'd be no point in doing it because they can't win anyway. So they'll just let those packs go. They'll wait a day or two until they get, ranked down, and then they'll try again to try to do a push and get to where they can get, and then they'll just wait again, wait until they get ranked back down again, and then play and maybe spend some energy, some gold for energy. So you're not getting enough of the people that actually want to spend, but a little bit of amount. You're not going to get them to spend in the game. So I really think if you can't do multiple servers at this point, I think the bot idea might be the good way to go. Another thing I noticed too, you guys have implemented the rage mechanic into the game. And I understand. You're trying to keep players from having to take you know 10 minutes just to win one battle because it just drags out. So I understand that concept, but I'm lucky enough to where I have a good enough team that I can usually take out the other team before the rage even starts. So it's not an issue for me. But free to play players, what they're going to run across is they're going to run across rage is going to start. And let's say the other team only has like two players left, and maybe one of them is real high. They maxed out one of the guys. Well, now at this point, they're going to possibly lose that match, even if they got 4 or 5 left on their team. If there's a Charles Bliss or a Nomad or a Fix It on their team, and it's only like 1 or 2 of them left, there's a chance that they could wipe out a whole full team. So that gets pretty frustrating. I'm not sure if you could change any of that to make it better. The idea I had, instead of doing the rage, the idea I had was a diminished return mechanic, to where if you got 4 or 5 on your team and like 2 minutes are left in the battle, and they're down to one, it should be game over. What you could do is you could weaken that one character down to where the full team can take out that weak character. That's more realistic than have it be the other way, with the rage factor. I like the rage, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's a cool idea. It's a lot of fun. If the mechanics work in your favor when it should work in your favor, I'm all for that, but I can see how some people would have teams where it's not the case. It's going to work against them, even though they got only one left on the enemy side. I have seen that. I have had a couple matches where I've lost my whole team from a Charles Bliss. You know, that gets kind of frustrating. You get one rage Charles Bliss and it's game over. So that's something to consider. Another thing that concerns me, and that is the stamina packs that you guys put out. Uh, I don't think they should have been timed. Those should have been stayed. They should have stayed in the game. And the reason why I say that is, in the beginning of the game, I noticed there were some issues where I couldn't purchase. At one day, I couldn't purchase any of the packs, and it was the last day of one stamina pack. And by the time I got back on and tried to see if I could make a purchase, the pack was gone. So I disagree with the time gated stamina packs. Those should stay in until you purchase those, because a lot of newer players aren't going to really see the value in that, and it's going to give the spenders and people who have experience in those games the advantage over them. So those really need to stay in the game and not be time limited. Uh, Another thing that I've seen that players, a lot of the big spenders are wanting to get an increase in level. I'm not sure that's the right time right now to increase levels. The game's still kind of new. There's still a lot of bugs. I know you guys aren't really doing much advertising because you want to work out all the bugs before you go ahead. But adding stamina packs may be, if players aren't level 60 at cap, maybe you can release certain stamina packs for lower level players before you implement level changes. And that way it could give people who were willing to spend a little bit of money a chance to catch up to the people who are already at max level. That might be an idea there. But once again, I want to stress, though, I don't think the stamina packs need to be timed, because a newer player not realizing they missed that opportunity, it's going to really set them back, and they're possibly quit the game, and then you won't have any player. You won't have that player, and they won't be spending in the game because they're no longer playing the game. So, stamina packs should be permanent in the game until you buy them. Now, you don't have to add another pack for, say, a player hasn't bought the first pack. Well, the other stamina pack doesn't come into the game until they purchase that pack. So you could do it that way too. Or just if you got one still available, you don't get another one when you set another one out. You still get that one. You have to buy that one, and then if you do send another one out, they can buy that one when they see it. That could be an option too, so they don't keep stacking and people save all their stamina packs until they buy them at one time. I'm sure there's ways around that. You guys can figure out how you can do that, to where you give people stamina packs only if they don't have any. And then I'll recap. The things I see the most critical. I think a lot of players would really appreciate if you guys changed. The 7-second countdown in between arena matches when you're looking for a team to play against should be 10 seconds. Not only because it's, that's what the military would have, a 10-second countdown, but the game lags, and it would give you a few more seconds to where you'd have 5 seconds to be able to look for another team instead of 3 seconds, which I'm running across all the time. The other thing is either advertise once you start feeling like you guys got the bugs out, and open up another servers, or you could do this in both regards. You could add some bots now, okay, and then when you're ready to open up another server, you can either move some of the player base to that server with the newer players that are joining, or you can just let all the new players join that other server and keep the bots into this server until everybody's level 60. You can remove the bots, raise the player level, and then you'd start all new again. Everyone would be the same level and competing again. And I think those principal ideas, I think, is going to generate your guys more money. I've been playing these games and mobile games and games in general for 30-something years now. So I think I got some experience when it comes to what players are looking for when they're wanting to spend, because I don't spend, man. Like, for the arena packs and stuff, I only spend in the very beginning of the arena just to get me a push into it. And then I barely can win, so I don't spend any more. There's just no point, because if you can't win, you're not going to keep spending money to lose arena matches. So I hope some of that helped. Feel free to message me in Discord, or leave a comment in this video. If you need any other ideas or certain questions you have, just feel free to you know reply back, and I can give you more information if you find what I've given so far is helpful to you guys. Well, anyway, this is Baron the Bear, and I appreciate everyone for watching the video and listening to me, jabber on. And I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you guys later.